afternoon, new patients, and welcome to Avon Hospital, the private institution where we find method in the madness. Before we begin today's treatment, I have some notes from Dr. Wolff that he wanted me to share with you. Before we begin our this portion of treatment today, let's see. Firstly, today's treatment will run for approximately 45 minutes with no intermission. If for whatever reason you must leave for the restroom or to take a call, exit promptly out of that door, and you shall be able to return through that same door as well. The other door is for hospital personnel only. In other words, do not go through that door. Also, there should be no food or drink in this space, as Dr. Wolff does not take kindly to messes. Anyone who does have food or drink will be promptly escorted out by a member of the personnel. During today's treatment, Dr. Wolff asks that you please refrain from using cell phones, so please take this time now to silence them or turn them off completely. In addition, flash photography, sharp objects, or anything else that makes noise are prohibited so as not to scare your fellow patients and to promote safety for everybody in this space. Lastly, Avon Hospital is now on Snapchat. After your treatment is over, feel free to use our filter and share it with any friends, family, or coworkers who have not yet been brutally murdered. Thank you for coming today again, and we hope you enjoy your treatment.
They let you back in here so soon, Nicholas. You were out the door last time.
I know, right? I changed my plan to mimic Mission Impossible. You know, the one with the guns and the fighting.
That's literally every Mission Impossible ever.
The timing of the new guy's admission was perfect. They were so distracted by his tantrums that by the time I escaped, even the doctor couldn't catch up to me.
Until he did.
They just had to use up that last batch of morphine-free narcotics. I would have been out of here if they hadn't used that.
Sure, Nikki.
Anyway, I told the doctor I was so sorry, batted my eyes, and ended up here. Only 2 days in the quiet room. It's a new record. What's for dinner?
The usual crap.
My favorite.
Okay, but do you have to keep trying to escape? You're only prolonging your sentence.
Sure, you guys know me. I've done nothing wrong.
Are you completely sure about that?
Yes, Odell, I am. The only reason I'm in here is because they have no other explanation for what happened, but I'm innocent.
Aren't we all?
Thank you, Marilyn.
Hey, Kat, you alright? You've been pretty quiet today.
Sure I am. Just thinking, that's all.
That's dangerous. Is it you know who again?
I'll tell you later, Nikki. What's wrong with telling it with the rest of us?
Speak for yourself.
We could tell you, but then you'd have to tell us why Daddy's always taking you out of the hospital for a day.
Shh! Look! Is that the new guy you were talking about?
I don't know. I didn't get it. Maybe why?
He's kind of cute.
Seriously? I'm not paying you, but I can tell
He's cute but handsome. I agree wholeheartedly, Nicholas.
What is it with you and new guy?
I don't know, man. He's got really nice hair.
You too? You're not a girl, not even a guy either.
So,
Anyway, you know my new uniform.
what, like we're all in here because we're saints? This is a mental hospital, not a daycare center.
Wish it was a daycare center, so we could color pictures all day and not have a care in the world.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go say hi. I need to know why I face like that to be locked up for 2 days.
Your funeral.
Hey. Hey. Hey! Can I sit here? Sorry about that. I get a little aggressive when I'm frustrated. My name's Marilyn Bradford, and you are?
Robbie
Nice to meet you, Robbie Wolff.
Shut up! No way! You're the guy who killed his dad!
Thanks for the reminder.
Well, it's not like the doc wasn't moaning about it for a few weeks, but hey, don't worry. We've all been there. In fact, I remember when I first wore that same straitjacket.
My piece of advice, it's easy to fall into a routine around here. All you have to do is follow the rules and do as the doctor tells you. They like good behavior. And who knows, before you know it, you'll be out of here a free boy.
Really? How much longer are you guys gonna be here?
Indefinite. So, like, what are you in for? Not like killing your dad, like, we know that, but what's your mental problem?
Huh?
Okay, let me explain. I have bipolar disorder, which means some weeks I'm as high as a kite, and others I feel like I'm in hell. So, what's your problem?
I remember the examiner saying something about schizophrenia.
Well, that explains the straitjacket.
Catherine, be nice. He's been here for what, 2 days? It's not his fault his brain chemicals are out of balance.
Doesn't excuse what he did, and that's why he's here in a straitjacket, which, by the way, how do you plan on eating with that?
What?
It's dinner time. How can they expect you to eat all tied up? Let me help.
Hey, what are you doing? Stop! Get back over there! Right. She's right. All right. Here we go. Here comes the choo-choo train. Oh, come on. The food's not that bad. All right. Here comes the airplane. Oh, what? You're not hungry?
Starving.
Then eat. Ah, you son of a bitch! You bit me! God damn it! Ah! Oh. You shut up! All right. Time for you to see the doctor.
Come in.
Sorry to interrupt, Doctor.
Not at all. I was just, Wait. Robbie? What happened?
An unfortunate incident. I was simply trying to feed Robbie because he just doesn't have the capability to feed himself.
What did you do?
He bit me as thanks. Look,
see.
I just want to know how you plan on handling these situations in the future. We normally don't let those with straitjackets eat in the cafeteria. This is why.
I apologize, nurse. I was under the impression that allowing Robbie some social interaction would do him some good. I mean, for the past few days, he has been locked up like a criminal.
He is a criminal, Doctor. All of them are. Don't get so sentimental just because your nephew snapped.
I'll take it from here. Thank you, nurse.
But, Doctor, you didn't answer my question.
Allow me some time to assess the situation before I make any executive decisions. Here we go.
I don't like it here.
I know, Robbie. And I'm sorry that you've gotten mixed up in all this. Please, take a seat.
Thanks.
No problem. Well, I guess since you're here, we might as well get started on our one-on-one session today. Let's see. Robbie, can you tell me what you see when I show you this?
What's the answer that's going to get me out of here?
Robbie, this isn't a contest. This is to help you get better. I need to know how bad your schizophrenia is so that I can help you to the best of my ability.
Can't you tell already? I'm locked up
It's all right. Let's just focus on this thought, okay? Dwelling on the past, it's not gonna help.
Okay.
Good. Good. All right. Okay. Now, can you tell me what you see?
I don't know.
All right. Let me rephrase the question. Is there anything that you feel? Happiness, sadness, guilt.
Stop.
Guilt. So it is guilt then. Guilt about what?
I said stop.
Robbie, I need to know so that I can help you.
I said stop it. It wasn't me.
Oh, no, you don't.
I'm sorry, Robbie. I was pushing that. You know what? I think I know what will help.
No more session, please.
No, Robbie, I think you'll recognize them. Don't you remember?
How did you get them?
Well, your mother came by and insisted that I give them to you. It took a few days for security to analyze them and make sure that they were all right for you to play with, but I got them in this morning. You can thank them for that.
Dad?
Wait, what? No, that's just your nurse.
No, it's my dad. Dad, how?
I'm just doing my job.
Sorry, it must have been my imagination.
Interesting.
So, can I have them?
Robbie, I can get you out of that straitjacket, and I can let you play with your friends, but you have to promise me something in return.
What's that?
That you'll let me help you get better. That you'll listen to me, and that you'll trust in me.
Will that help me get out of here?
It'll help you recover. The last thing from your mind right now should be getting out of here. It'll only stress you out.
Okay. I promise.
Robbie, I promise that I will do my damnedest to help you in whatever way I can.
Why?
Well, because I know what you're going through, personally. And given what I've learned and what I've experienced, I'm more than happy to help.
You have schizophrenia?
I've dealt with similar conditions in the past.
Then do you think I could be innocent? Even with my mental disorder, is it possible that
I think that we're done here for today, Robbie. I encourage you to come to group session tomorrow. I think that some socializing with the teenage patients will be good for you.
I'm sorry I have to do this, but I'm afraid it's not looking good for you.
Wait, what do you...
come on, just relax. Calm down. Do exactly what I say, and we'll make it out of this alive, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The session shall now resume. We have officially heard from both the prosecution and the defense in regards to charging Robert Gregory Wolff II of third-degree murder of his father, Robert Gregory Wolff I, CEO of Stratford Labs. In light of these facts and the evidence on both sides, how does the defendant plead?
My defendant pleads guilty, Your Honor.
Well, I must say I am surprised. Though there is evidence of a criminal record, I must say it's quite a jump to go from disturbing the peace and petty theft to murder. In light of the medical examiner's results and evidence from the prosecution, I charge Robert Gregory Wolff II with life in a mental institution, with the possibility for parole. The case is now dismissed.
I can't believe you guys are here. You have no idea what it's been like by myself.
Don't worry, Robbie. We won't ever leave you. This place looks cozy.
Speak for yourself. Where can we run wild and free? Where can we comb out our manes and enjoy all the mares?
Not to mention, this bed is far from comfort. I don't even think all the blankets in this hospital can make this piece of crap into a proper bed. How do you suppose you can bear it, Horatio? Okay, fair enough.
Look, it's either this or death row. That's what Bradford told me anyway.
Yes, I suppose this is preferable to death. Although, I am confused.
What do you mean?
As far as I'm concerned, you are under the age of 18, are you not?
Yeah, you know that.
Then why not try you as a minor?
Because it was a murder trial.
Even without the perfect evidence that the judge was looking for, petty theft is one thing, murder is another.
Well, I'm not dead, so I'm happy. And you know what they say, don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
You know, I could hear you loud and clear in the hallway.
How much did you hear?
Enough.
Are you gonna turn me in?
Do you want me to?
No.
Okay. Then I won't. So, what are you really in for?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm crazy, just like every other patient.
You're a horrible liar.
What makes you so sure I'm lying?
I'll have to admit, you talking to your stuffed animals is kind of a strange habit, but there's nothing schizophrenic about you, is there?
How do you know?
Because any patient in here will tell you they are not crazy.
Well, you have no proof that I'm not schizophrenic. Not physical proof, anyway.
Why would I want physical proof? To use it against you? Nah, I have nothing to gain from it. Actually, I want to help you.
Let me guess. You're a poor, misunderstood teen who thinks she found a friend with me. Forget it.
There aren't very many friendly people here in this hospital. I think you should think twice before pushing me away.
I think I'll be fine on my own.
An innocent teen accused of a schizophrenic episode resulting in the death of his father. I hate to burst your bubble, but your odds are not looking good.
You think I'm innocent? How can you be so sure?
I have to be honest with you. Your lawyer, Bradford, he's my biological father. He takes me out of the hospital to spend quality time together. And when he does, he updates me about the trials and lawsuits he works on. He's talked a lot about your case in the last few weeks. There's something wrong with it.
What? What is it?
Why don't you tell me your side of the story first, and then I'll tell you what I know.
That's a little... Wouldn't Bradford have told you?
No. He never talks about you personally, only his side of the story.
Be careful with him.
What's his name?
Horatio.
Why don't you let Horatio tell the story? I mean, if that's easier for you.
That's a little weird.
Please?
Fine. Just as long as you never make that face at me ever again. And you have to swear not to tell anybody.
swear.
And You have to swear to help me prove that I'm innocent.
Wow. Okay, really? Snooping? You can't possibly hope to get anything done while you're in here, can you?
Fine then. No story for you. I guess you're just gonna have to get it from Daddy.
He's not my daddy! He's just Bradford to me.
Okay. Sorry to push your buttons. Look, I don't think this is a conversation we should be having.
No, please. I promise not to tell anybody what you're about to tell me. And I promise to help you find out who killed your father. Okay? Please. I just want to help.
Okay? We'll keep you at your word. I'll even let Horatio tell the story. This is a little weird. But here we go.
Let's see. Where do I start? I guess from the beginning. Kentucky champion Mr. Cat and I were given to presents to Robbie one Christmas many years ago. Since then, the four of us have been inseparable. Robbie's a good friend. Gives us our own voices and takes us out of the toy chest to talk about anything and everything. I should tell you about his date to homecoming freshman year. Now that is an interesting story.
Horatio, focus on the story, bro.
Sorry, buddy. Anyways, one night, Robbie took us out to talk about random, unimportant things. And that night, Robbie's dad was working late. Very late. So late that Robbie was in bed and asleep by the time I heard the very expensive car pull into the driveway. What kind of car was it again?
A Porsche, buddy.
Yeah, sorry. So, I heard Robbie's dad pull into the driveway, fumble his way through the house, and crash into bed with Robbie's mom. She's a real nice lady, by the way. You'd like her.
Horatio?
I'm getting there. I was falling asleep at long last. My stomach was raking the rumblies all night, when I heard a sound. One sounded like bubblegum popping, and the other like a door creak. I didn't pay them much mind until I was awoken by the harsh sounds in Robbie's bedroom. As the police dragged Robbie away.
It sounds like you were framed.
Yeah. When Horatio puts it like that, I guess I was.
Oh, Robbie! Oh, crap!
Horatio, calm down. What's going on?
Okay, Robbie, I'm kind of done with the whole Horatio thing now. I want to focus on you.
Can't you see him, Robbie?
Oh, my God.
Robbie, stop it. There's nothing there.
Can't you see him? My dad. Oh, my God, he's back. That horrible hole in his head.
I said stop! No what? Forget this crap!
What the hell is going on in this place?
Come in. Ah, Henry. Good timing. I hope this wasn't too late for you.
Not at all, Rupert. It's never too late or too early for friends. I felt especially inclined because of your family situation.
All right, Henry, let's not let this be a pity party. Besides, I called you here on a more down-to-business sort of meeting.
Oh! Should I charge you then?
Still as bloodthirsty as ever. Charge me your usual rate if you feel so inclined. But then again, I thought we were friends.
Depends how we define friends.
We can discuss those logistics later. Have a seat.
Thank you. So, what sort of business are we talking about?
Well, let's be clear about this first and foremost. I am asking out of concern. A family concern, if you will. These last few weeks have been some of the most taxing in my entire life. And the last thing I need right now is some small little detail creeping up on me and growing into a snowball of catastrophe. Do you see where I'm coming from?
Oh, I do. I mean, with just this whole trial and, getting Robbie to not die at all, and to wind up here, poor Robbie.
Now, I will do anything I can to help him. I made him a promise and I intend to keep it, but for the time being, let's put aside my nephew's tragedy and focus on the tragedy at hand, the company.
You mean Stratford Labs, your brother's company?
Stratford Labs has been the sole proprietor of medication and medical goods for Avon Hospital for years. It was a dream for us to work like that together, my brother and I. Robert was always more of the businessman and I more of the doctor, of course. But now that Robert's gone, what will become of his company?
I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me to betray the trust of the probate lawyer and tell you the contents of Robert's will.
No, I'm trying to see if my brother's company will be in good hands, if any at all. You see?
I do see your concern. It's just a little uncomfortable talking about it behind closed doors.
I won't tell if you won't.
Other than your concern, what do you want to know?
Well, I would like to know if I need to go get another supplier.
And this can't wait until the reading because... Oh, come on, Rupert. You tell me we're going to do business and then you don't even tell me what we're doing?
Well, I may or may not know something of my sister-in-law's personal life that could affect the future of Stratford Labs.
What? Why didn't you say anything before?
Because both the future of Stratford Labs and Avon Hospital are at risk. You seem confused.
You're damn right I'm confused. What information could you have been withholding that would change this whole thing?
You must promise me, you must swear to me that you will not tell anyone about this. Well, you know Candace, Robert's widow. And you know how Robert and I met her at while we were studying for our undergrads at the university, right? Well, one night, around the time that Robert and Candace were becoming an item, I was on my way back to my dorms after I'd finished the last of my fall exams. God, those were tough. Man, it was so cold. I felt like I was the only warm thing around for miles. But then, like a moth drawn to a flame, I noticed I wasn't alone. So I peered around the corner outside of my dorm and I noticed two hidden figures wrapped up in a rather intimate embrace. Now, I didn't think anything of it at the time, but the more and more time I spent with Candace, the more and more things started to seem off. For instance, she wore this necklace that fell right atop her chest, and I had never seen it before. So I asked her who gave it to her. And guess who she said? Robert. Robert! Now, I know Robert, and I know that he would have never given her something so scandalous. So, I kept an eye on her. And around the time that Robbie was conceived, I noticed yet another mysterious necklace pop up on her neck. And this time, I know that Robert would have never given her that. Doesn't help that around that same time, Robert's business and my hospital were gaining massive amounts of profit.
Are you implying that Robert is not Robbie's real father?
Well, it breaks my heart to say this, but there are too many coincidences for me to think otherwise.
My God. This does change everything.
Wait until I finish the story. On the night of Robert's murder, I was in my apartment, alone, by myself. My apartment's situated right across the street from Robert and Candace's house, and I noticed Candace was outside, almost in the dead of night, right after Robert had come home from a long day's work. And it seemed like she had been crying. And then, out of the dark came this mysterious figure in clothes almost as black as night. But as he approached her, Candace just let him inside the house, like as if she knew him or something. And I didn't know what was going to happen, and suddenly I feared for my brother's life, so I phoned the police, but obviously it was too late.
So Robbie really is innocent?
No, not really. He would still be the product of an illicit affair.
That doesn't matter at this point. I mean, if what you say is true...
How can it not be?
Well, then I have to act fast. You see, Robert put in his will that Robbie, when he turns 18, inherits the company. And until then, Candace is in charge.
A woman put in charge of a multi-million-dollar company. What was he thinking?
I know.
Come in.
Marilyn, what the hell are you doing here?
Sorry to interrupt, Doctor, but I caught Marilyn wandering the halls outside of curfew and refused to cooperate when I tried to get her back to bed.
I've told you, I'm not Marilyn. I'm Levi.
Marilyn, do not snap at your nurse like that.
Hey, Henry, it's all right. The nurses here have dealt with far worse. Now, may I ask, Levi, what were you doing outside of your room after hours?
I can't sleep and I got bored. Why the hell does it matter to you?
Marilyn!
My name's Levi!
Rupert, can I talk to my daughter? Alone?
Sure, but you have 5 minutes. Then I'll speak to Levi.
Thank you. So, have you seduced him yet?
Why do you want to know? Haven't you done enough to Marilyn?
I'm not here to play games. I don't care what the hell you call yourself. If this is going to benefit our family in any way, you need to seduce Robbie, have him trust you, and then make him honor bound to you. Nothing else matters.
And what happens if we refuse?
Well, then you will face the worst of Daddy's temper. We don't want that, do we, sweetheart?
No, sir.
Good. I'll be back soon to check on your progress. Do not disappoint me!
Come on, Robbie. Let's go to sleep.
No, not yet. We have to see for ourselves. The ghost of my dad is real. He'll come back tonight, just like he did before.
Ah, but you need your sleep. Everyone else is sleeping.
No, I can't. There has to be a reason that Dad's ghost showed up twice now. You and I both know that I'm innocent and that I was framed. And after everything Marilyn told us, we have to find out who's really behind this.
I wish we could have gotten something to eat first. I'm so hungry. I can't even think about what honey looks like, let alone its taste.
We'll pause for food in the morning, okay? I'm not gonna apologize.
Apologize for what? Nearly biting my fingers off?
Why don't you knock?
Your door's open. Why knock on a door that's already open? Anyway, it's a good thing you're awake. It's time to check your vitals.
Do I look like I'm about to fall over?
How would you know?
How would you know?
By testing you and making sure there's nothing out of the ordinary.
Didn't someone do this already?
We have to check by the hour.
That's inhumane.
How would you know what's inhumane?
Careful if you do.
Any and all threats will be taken extremely seriously. Do you need some time in the quiet room?
No, but I think you do. Then you'll know how to do your job properly.
You are so lucky you're Dr. Wolff's nephew, or so help me.
Careful! Any and all threats will be dealt with extremely seriously.
Whatever. It'll be over soon. It won't take very long. What the hell? Oh, god damn it. What is it now? Hey. And what's the matter with you?
Can't you see him?
See who?
Him, the ghost!
What ghost? There's nothing there. Oh, this is getting ridiculous. Hey, look at me. Look at me. Just look at me and nothing else. Just focus on my hair, my eyes, my nose, anything. Just focus on me, all right?
Why are you doing this? You hate me! You hate
That
me!
doesn't matter right now. What matters is just focus on me, all right? Can you do that?
Robbie?
Dad?
Robbie? My poor sweet little boy.
I didn't kill you, did I, Dad?
Who are you talking to?
It's my dad! He's here! He knows I'm innocent!
Listen to me! I know it's hard, but it's not real. Do you understand? It's an illusion, a hallucination. It's not there. You have to believe me, Robbie. Just focus on me and nothing else.
Yes, Robbie, focus. Focus on your pain. Focus on your suffering. Focus on me.
Focus on me, Robbie.
What are you doing?
I'm making do with what I have. Just focus on me and nothing else. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Because there's something else I need you to understand. Where you are right now, it's not safe. The walls have ears, and any second, someone could turn on you, betray you, and make you suffer.
Betrayal. Who betrayed you?
That's not important right now. What's important is you. Your uncle wants you to recover, but your uncle can be... How can I put this? He's a good storyteller, but not all of his stories are true.
You think my uncle did it?
Poor boy. So lost, alone in this world without his mother.
Leave Mom out of this.
Your mother is just like you, caught up in a web of lies.
What can I do? I want to fix this.
Justice is a lie. It is nothing but betrayal and lies. Fixing it is not an option.
I have to try. I need to try.
I suppose you would be a coward if you didn't. But be careful. Your uncle has eyes and ears everywhere in this hospital. I know personally.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Are you okay?
Do I look like I'm okay? I don't know what I was thinking telling you all that crap.
What you told me? But that wasn't you. My dad's ghost possessed you.
I give up. Your vitals are fine, but don't think for 1 second that I'm going to play with your stupid little hallucinations.
Horatio, I know what I saw and I know what I heard. There's something very wrong here.
I know, Robbie. And I'm scared.
I'm scared too. But it's just us against the world. But we have to try.